Super Bowl. By the people of Allstate, you're in good hands with Allstate. By Vertical Limit, a new film from Columbia Pictures opens everywhere December 8th. And by Miller Lite. Grab a Miller Lite. It's Miller time.
Score remains 17-0. Darkness is settled over Baltimore. Here's Dilfer, screen pass to Jamal Lewis from behind by Michael Myers.
You know, anytime you get a screen, you have to get the defensive end down on that side. Remember they tried to get Alonzo Spellman down earlier and he jumped up and batted the ball. Now you're going to see when they try and go to this side that they get Alonzo Spellman down. See, he's going to start right here. Now watch him right here. They get him down. See, they get his hands down.
Yep.
That's all you try and do is get that defensive end hands down so you can throw the screen pass over him.
2nd and 2. Lewis. Cross midfield. Raven first down.
Yeah, if this Jamal Lewis doesn't watch out, he's going to set some kind of record. He's going to go over 200 yards. But watch my two guys right here, the left guard and the left tackle. I mean, they come in and they get that pile. Look at Mutola. I mean, he gets his guy and buries him. And then Jonathan Ogden is so strong. He looks like he's playing like a man just playing in a play yard with little kids.
That's Chris Myers. He outweighs him by 150 pounds at least.
Yeah, but how about Edwin Mulatalo and that block that he had? I mean, those are two powerful men over there.
Lewis. Greg Ellis on the bottom of the pile. But Lewis got yards nevertheless.
We're finding some all Madden team guys here. I think under some guys, if you were going to play a game, there's some of these guys you'd like to take with you.
Plus they play on dirt.
Yeah, I'd take that 75 right there.
Oh yeah.
He's so big, he doesn't even need a lot of shoulder pad. You notice that? I mean, these guys are wearing less shoulder pad and less jersey because that's less that a defensive lineman can grab onto.
Lewis again, chased behind the line, breaks a tackle, stays on his feet, fought for a yard or two.
And this guy is running like something. He's
well.
You think a guy that has such great speed, that can, has that speed out of the University of Tennessee, you don't expect him to be a powerful guy.
But he is. And he can catch the ball as well.
He's already gained 146 yards. The most he's had before that.
Look at that average.
27 yards, 7 yards a carry. I still say Jamal Lewis is doing great, but it's these guys over here. It's that offensive line. I mean, I still go there.
Flag, too much time.
5-yard penalty.
We're just asking the Ravens about Jonathan Ogden yesterday, number 75, and they were saying he's already great.
Remains first down.
But over a period of time, if he gets that same temperament that it requires to really be great, he has a chance to be one of the all-time best.
Yeah, he does. And Brian Billick said that. He just doesn't understand big guys. I mean, it takes big guys a while because all their life they're told don't be a bully. Yeah. And then sometimes they say it's okay, and some figure that out later than sooner.
Gilbert. That's the Priest Holmes this time.
I'll tell you, I've watched a lot of offensive linemen and a lot of offensive tackles, and Jonathan Ogden has had a bad ankle this year, but I've watched him on film too, so I'm not just saying just watching now, but I think that right now he's the best tackle in football.
6'8", 340, and that may be just a figure they came up with. He may be bigger than that.
He's big. I saw him at a golf tournament. I was at a charity golf tournament, and he blocks out the sun, this guy. I know him.
2nd and 8. Here's Dilfer, and the pass is incomplete. Dilfer was hit by Coakley.
Yeah, I'll tell you, Dexter Coakley, Trent Dilfer was trying to step up, and just as he did, Dexter Coakley came on a blitz and hit him. You see Coakley's number 52. and he's going to come right in here. You see him come off the block right there. See, and that's the thing we're talking about, clean feet and being able to step up. Here comes Dexter Coakley, and Trent Dilfer can't step up.
3rd and long. And Dilfer drops again. This time he has time and throws up the middle. That appeared to be enough for the first down. It appears that they'll mark it back to where the catch was made. It was Shannon Sharp, and it may not be a first.
And then again, we start and we look at the protection. The left side here, you see he has plenty of time. No pressure from that side. He can get back, step up, look, throw it right down the middle. And then if he's going to throw it in the middle, who's he going to throw it to?
Shannon.
He's going to throw it to Shannon Sharp, who almost dropped it. Went right through his hands. Then he caught it with his knees.
Yep. And then got his hands back on it.
Yeah.
It was a first down.
So as a receiver, you have to have 2 good hands and 2 good knees.
Dilfer for the end zone. Felipe Sparks intercepted. That's another good play by number 20.
Well, that was, they went back to that same thing. There is a flag on this play. Remember earlier, in fact, it's going to be against the Ravens, so it'll still be the Cowboys' ball. But remember earlier, Quadre Ismail caught the touchdown
pass. The first one.
Holding 71 offense. Penalty is declined. The ball was intercepted in the end zone. Touchback. 1st and 10 on the 20.
But Quadre Ismail got the first one for a touchdown. He went to that well again. Felipe Sparks got this one for a touchback.
The Colts continue to dominate 17-0. The Cowboys had something going the last time they had the ball.
Think they're close? I'll show you close.
1 seconds left to play in the 3rd quarter. Pat Summerall with John Madden. Cowboys have not been shut out since 1991. Here's Aikman back to throw it. To McKnight.
They haven't played this Raven defense.
No, they haven't.
Since 1991. And that's the frustrating thing it starts, we talk about their offense, how it starts with the offensive line, the blocking and the running, and their defense starts with those 3 guys in the middle. The 2 big guys, the 2 big tackles, and Ray Lewis, and then you can't run, and the Cowboys are a middle running team.
Here's Aikman back to throw again, and throws complete to Jackie Harris. About a 7-yard gain, maybe not quite that much. Ravens are a stifling defense, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean they're so big and strong in the middle that you don't have any place to start in there, and then because of that you don't have any cutback either. And you take the Dallas Cowboy running game, and Emmitt Smith's type of running is inside and cutting back, and that middle takes away both of those things.
And that's the end of the 3rd quarter with the score: the Ravens 17, the Cowboys nothing. Fox NFL Sunday from Baltimore will continue after a word from your local Fox station. The home of the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens lead 17-0. Mark Stepnoski is out, will not return. Ben Fricky is the center for Dallas.
Cowboys have 3 wide receivers out here on the left side. Now one's in motion.
Here comes the rush. Aikman stands in. That one must have just slipped out of his hand. Or he tried to pull it back.
I think it was one of those things where he started to throw it, and then where he was going to throw it, his receiver wasn't going, and he just tried to pull it back and throw it into the dirt. It looks like they're not sure of anything over on this right side, and I think that was it.
Yeah.
I think he started to throw it and saw, uh-oh, that one's not going to work, and just kind of tried to pull it back and went right into the dirt.
Barry Cantrell, Jermaine Lewis.
Troy Aikman's one of those quarterbacks that has to have everyone exactly where they're supposed to be, and when they're not, he's a little frustrated.
Lewis stopped abruptly by Pepe Zellner.
That was a stop, and that was abrupt.
Was it ever?
Ford Tough. By Juno Online Services. Join the millions. By Capital One. Capital One. What's in your wallet? And by Dr. Pepper and your local Dr. Pepper bottler. Dr. Pepper makes the world taste better.
If you're in Baltimore and a Ravens fan, it is the season to be jolly. Lewis.
Yeah, this is a pretty good combination. When you can have an offense like this, with an offensive line like this and a runner like Jamal Lewis, where you can just keep pounding and pounding and pounding, and that combination with a good defense can win and go a long way in this league.
2nd and 3, especially when the weather gets bad. Lewis again.
Look at this guy. I mean, he's averaging 7 yards a carry. I don't think they've stopped him much for under 7.
Darren Hambrick with the stop that time.
I mean, every time, you know, the Cowboys are a little undersized on defense, and they're getting taken advantage of here. And then the only way that they can ever stop or plug up that line of scrimmage is when they come on a blitz, and then they open themselves up to other things. But they have to get their linebackers and safeties involved in the run defense.
Dilfer. Lewis again.
Yeah, they just can't play that way and stop this run. And I'll show you what I mean is when you get the 2 safeties. I mean, here's Darren Woodson back here, and you get them playing back there, and you get the linebackers this far off. And this group here is just so big and strong that they get a run at you. There's no way you can stop them. The only way that they have a chance is they have to get those safeties and linebackers involved. When you have Darren Woodson back 20 yards and running backwards, now they got him coming.
Lewis again, and there's a flag on the play. That's about the only way to stop this running machine that they have.
Yeah, and it's not fair to say it's on Darren Woodson. I mean, he's out there playing with one arm, but the point is the scheme is what I'm talking about. I mean, you know, you can't play your safeties that deep, and that time they brought them.
60 offense, 10-yard penalty, remains 2nd down.
Now watch here. You're going to see Woodson is going to come in and get blocked here, but he still makes the play. Here he comes right here in the blitz, and that's a thing that they had to do. I mean, they had to get the pressure, and you either have to blitz your linebackers and bring your safeties up, or bring your safety up, or blitz your safeties, or do something. But now, I mean, he's not healthy, so I'm not saying that he should be doing it now, but that position has to do something within this scheme.
2nd and 13, Dilfer back to throw. Gets rid of it. Out of the backfield is Priest Holmes.
You know, here's the thing. See, now they get the linebackers attacking the line of scrimmage. Here's Darren Woodson again coming in from the left side, and you see just holding that right arm by his side.
Tackling with one arm and unable to get the other one involved, and he's back in the game involved.
You know, and then part of it is that, you know, he's kind of the quarterback of this defense. He's their physical and mental leader. And when he gets off the field, you lose a heck of a lot.
Lewis banging away and gets down inside the 25 to about the 21 or 22.
I think Lewis banging away is look at these crowds. They just know that. I mean, you have to enjoy that when you're a Raven fan, and you guys are just whipping their guys. I mean, there's no way you can sugarcoat this thing. This is just a whipping. Jamal Lewis already 178 yards, averaging over 7 yards a carry, and the Cowboys don't seem to be able to do anything about it.
Well, the Ravens' offensive line is so formidable. Here's Lewis again, cutting back. Knocked out of bounds by Myers and McNeil.
Yeah, this is a lot like, remember the first game of the season we did against the Dallas Cowboys, or with the Dallas Cowboys against the Philadelphia Eagles. Jamal Lewis is doing what Deuce Staley did to him that day. You know, on that last play there, Jonathan Ogden just took like the left side of the line and put it back into the center.
If I were going to cut back, that's the way I would cut back.
Well, he ran outside on this one, but watch him. When he hits the guy, the next thing the guy ends up is where the ball was snapped.
Timeout.
Timeout called by the Ravens. They lead 17-0 and are in control. $17-0. And thank you.
Yeah, the old trombones, huh?
Trombones with a fox on the end.
How do you get as a kid want to play a trombone?
Well, you can't play anything else, I guess. Priest Holmes, the ball carrier this time.
There was a fumble down there. The Ravens got it back, but they're dominating this line of scrimmage all up and down.
Oh, yeah.
Talking about Jonathan Ogden, but Edwin Mulatalo, you know, he's a guy. I mean, just because, you know, he's Holmes. I mean, he's from Daly City, went to the same high school I did. That doesn't mean that I'm favoring him. Of course, I would favor him even if he didn't play well. But look at this. On the left side where Mulatalo is there, they've already gained 100 yards.
This time, Jamal Lewis is hit at the line of scrimmage. There's some of the runs to that left side of the line. The first quarter.
Yeah. Well, those guys just dominated that side, and you said that this is the first quarter. This is where you start doing it, and then when you get into fourth quarter, this gets a little easier. But I tell you, I mean, those two guys just obliterate that side. And then all you have left out there is a wide receiver in a corner. What a day this guy's having, huh? He's a player. There's a lot of
players out there. Lewis again. Stop right at the 5.
Yeah, the Cowboy defenses are starting to attack the line of scrimmage. Now remember, and watching the film of last week's game, that's what the Titans did, and they did it better than anyone I've ever seen. They just attacked the line of scrimmage all day.
That win on that last stop.
And you look at the Ravens, they have a problem in this area. 14 possessions, only 4 touchdowns. So this isn't one of the areas that they're real strong in.
3rd and goal. Dilfer rolls right. They don't get in again. Ben Coates made the reception.
And now the fans want him to go for it. I think you have to kick the field goal here, but that was a bootleg. They faked the run to the left, and you're going to see the fake the run to the left. Here's Ben Coates here. He blocks, and then as Trent Dilfer comes out here, he sneaks out to the side, and it's just a good tackle that takes him down where he doesn't make the touchdown.
Felipe Sparks
in this second half has made 2 big plays.
Yes, he has.
That one and the interception.
Matt Stover, 19-yard field goal. Good. And it's 20-0 Ravens.
In 3 days, from the writer and director of
the Ravens set to kick it off. Matt Stover to Jason Tucker. Back there with him is Kareem Larimore. Stover's kicks, for the most part, have been kind of short. Back to the 4 is Tucker. Fumble! Picked up by Dead Wynn, I believe.
You're going to see Tucker has the ball here, and it comes out right there. And it looks like the Cowboys pick it up there, and then it's fumbled again.
Yep.
Then they finally end up with it.
That's that win with it.
Yeah, that win just held on to it. Yeah, he picked it up and held on to it.
The Raven crowd hoping for a shutout. Flag on the play.
That was on the Cowboys. They jumped before the ball was snapped.
False start. 76 offense. 5-yard penalty. Remains first down.
Lozelle Adams jumped early.
Yeah, he's playing against Michael McCrary over there, and McCrary has a lot of speed. And one thing you know, when you have a speed rusher, you have to get the jump on him, and you're always worried that he's going to get the jump on you. And sometimes you start getting out of your stance before you have to. See Big Goose in there. He's still playing the run right here. He's going to play that run tough, eat up blockers. That's a good pass rush.
Ball deflected at the last second. Chris McAllister got the hand on it. Rolling Stone calls the Fox hit Dark Angel instantly addictive. From Academy Award winner James Cameron comes an all-new episode of Dark Angel. Tuesday at 9/8 Central after all new episodes of that 70s show. And Titus right here on Fox. Big Goose comes out.
Well, Big Goose got a pass rush on that thing. I think he started out as a first down play. I think he played the run and he got that 340-pound going and it went right back into Aikman.
Aikman back to throw it. Drops it out to Chris Warren. He gets out of bounds. Got a couple of yards, not much.
And the Cowboys are going to have a tough time. I mean, they're struggling here, and then they have to fly back to Dallas tonight and then start getting ready tomorrow for the Thanksgiving Day game against the Minnesota Vikings. And that's a load in 1 week. In 1 week, or within 4 days, to play the Baltimore Ravens and the Minnesota Vikings. That's cutting your workout for you.
Of course, Minnesota has to travel, but they played earlier today.
Third down conversions, Dallas 1 out of 9.
Yep. Here's Aikman back to throw.
Good Baltimore defense.
Almost picked off, intended for, that's Kim Herring.
Very good Baltimore Raven defense.
Yep. Very good.
Yeah, this isn't easy for Dallas, but I mean, they aren't going anywhere anyway the way they're playing, but they have Minnesota, then at Tampa Bay, Washington, the Giants, and then they end up on Christmas playing Tennessee. But I think that's academic anyway. If you don't start to win some games, it's kind of so what. And I mean, this Cowboy team is just a skeleton of their former selves when they were
just a few years ago.
Just a few years ago when they were a dominant and championship team.
Short kick by Cantrell. Bearcat signal for by Jermaine Lewis close to midfield. 20-0. The Ravens over Dallas. Wade Wilson, Nick.
We're all.
Pat Summerall and John Madden. We're in Baltimore. 20-0. The Ravens lead the Cowboys. 1st and 10. Trent Dilfer can put another W in his column, it appears. Lewis. That should get him pretty close to 200. That was Priest Holmes, I beg your pardon.
Yeah, whoever they put in there, I mean, that combination of Lewis and Priest Holmes, and just keep pounding those guys at you, there's no way. I mean, they just look like they're too big, too strong, and too fast for the Cowboy defense, and they just can't hang in there. They just can't handle this.
Lewis getting a rest.
But he deserves
well deserved, yes.
I mean, he's done whatever he had to do to get the running game going. He's done.
It's Priest Holmes, the tailback. And he gets the carry again. And whoever they put in there, as you said.
And it's just, you know, Edwin Mulatalo again and Jonathan Ogden just took that left side, I swear, and they just put him on the other side. And then he just cut back. If you watch this, again, just watch what these two guys do. Right here and right here. These two guys here, they'll take and they'll put this side here, and then the ball can come back to this side. Just watch it. Right there, the way they get this whole thing going here. They just collapse that whole side in there, and they take what lined up on the right side defensively, and they end up where the left side lined up defensively.
Here they come into the Cowboy blitz this time. Priest Holmes again the ball carrier. That offensive unit, that offensive line has done a whale of a job today.
Yep, and look at that. I mean, they've rushed for 237 yards, average 6.4, and they've allowed 2 sacks. So they were fired up. I mean, they came ready to play. Oops, I don't like to see this. The guy who's been a heck of a player today. You're going to see him. He's right here holding. That's okay. He's out of Daly City. And you see he gets, again, his own player from the back rolls up on him.
That same thing. That was Flynn that rolled up on him.
Yeah, Mike Flynn, the right guard. And that happens so often. You don't see that where you're blocking, and that's a second or third time in this game where stuff rolls up behind you that you don't even see coming.
That seems to be where the knees are injured most of the time. Dilfer drops it out, and a catch by Stokely.
What a catch.
A flag on the play. A penalty marker down. It's against the Cowboys.
That was Brandon Stokely, and he just laid out. I mean, Trent Dilfer did a good job of throwing that ball, where you throw it where either your guy's going to catch it or it's going to be incomplete.
Pass interference, defense, number 47. Penalty is declined. First down.
Oh, against Ryan McNeil.
Stokely's number 80, and there's a holding right there. But watch where Trent Dilfer throws that ball, and Stokely just dives out and catches it. Now watch here. Now watch Jonathan Ogden in pass protection here. I mean, he's just so big and so strong. There's no way his guy is going to get to Trent Dilfer.
First and goal. Priest Holmes about a yard.
You know, one of the places that I think Brian Billick is a heck of a coach, and one of the places I think he's wrong is he was telling us yesterday that you can't work too much on goal line, because if you look at a whole season, he has this all computerized. You only get 8 or 10 snaps. So goal line's not that big a thing. I do not believe that.
Well,
I believe the goal line is a big thing, and I think that you get more shots in 8 or 10 in a year.
The figures don't indicate that he's correct.
Yeah, or the play. I mean, they have trouble when they get down there. I think I always put utmost importance on doing this.
Priest Holmes adds a touchdown to the Colts total, to the Ravens total.
They've had complete domination. It started out where this left side again, and we started talking about it early in the game, and they started doing it early in the game, and then at the end, Priest Holmes could just walk in there and show the Cowboys the ball. But this Ravens thing was all about offensive line dominating and starting early.
Stover's extra point is good, and it's 27-0. There's Art Modell.
Yep, talking about Art Modell, the longtime owner of the Cleveland Browns, and then coming here to Baltimore. When's the last time you were here, Pat?
Gosh.
As a player?
I guess in the championship game in 1959. I came back as a broadcaster. This is the last players.
And what happened there?
When were you here last?
I was here last. It was a great game, but this is when the Colts beat you guys 31-16
in the championship game,
and you scored all the points or a lot of the points.
10 of them.
Now you want to know my last one?
That was my question.
Yeah. This was one of the great games that gets lost in history. It was a playoff game, and it had everything. It had defense, it had kicking, it had running, it had passing. It went 6 periods, and we finally beat them with that play in the 6th period, 37-31 in 2 overtimes. That was a great football game. That when you talk about great football games, sometimes it kind of gets lost.
How did you get back to Oakland?
What do you mean? How did I get back to
Did you
Oakland?
fly?
Yeah.
In those days you
I
flew. Yeah.
We went right in the locker room. We were here in Baltimore and, in old Memorial Stadium.
Yeah.
We went in and watched the second game and watched Denver win, so we had to play them in a championship game.
I remember reading about that you went back in the locker room and watched the.
Yeah, that was how you really couldn't spend a lot of time, celebrating. We spent like, 2 minutes celebrating. Like, oh, well, we won 6 periods, so we're going, okay, who's winning? And then we're watching Denver, and then we had to start getting ready to play the Broncos. We lost that one. Then
lost to Denver.
Yeah, and then Denver went and played Dallas in the Super Bowl that year, and Denver lost to Dallas.
Lost to Dallas.
In the Super Bowl.
I did that game. It's Tony Banks, who began the season as the Ravens quarterback.
Well, I see Edwin Mulatolo's up, so that's good news. He's up standing on the sideline and kind of jogging around. He does a Tonga dance that he's going to do for us for the All-Madden team. He did it as a rookie. And as a rookie, he did this dance and had to chant and everything. And it was so good that they brought him back. And this year is his second year. They had him do it again at training camp with the rookies.
I gather that means he's on the All-Madden team.
Of course he is.
Aikman's throw is to McGarity.
And he deserves. I mean, he is. I mean, as I watch film and we watch and talked about him. He was the guy. If you were going to play a game, you'd take him.
Yes, you would.
If you were going to do something, you'd take him with you. You'd want him on your side.
And if you could get Jonathan Ogden next to him, you'd really take him.
No, we'll take him too. Yeah, we'll take him.
Pass is picked off by Ray Lewis, deflected and intercepted.
Ray Lewis, remember how he got him fired up? There's the old dance there. Remember how the day started? The day started with Ray Lewis and the whole team, and he was talking to them and telling them what they had to do. Ray Lewis, the goose. There it is right there. Oops, look at that. And then Ray Lewis comes here and makes his play.
Deflected by Rob Burnett. Aikman hit him in the head with the ball, I believe. 1st and 10. And Priest Holmes comes out of the pack and he picks up another first down.
There's Ray Lewis there, and remember before the game?
Yeah, sure.
This is how the day started.
What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! What time is it? Game time! Game time!
Raving about the defense, and there's reason too. And I don't know if that's the way you get the guys to play, but whatever it takes to make them work like that.
It got the job done, no question about it.
It sure did, because we talked about how the offense dominated. The defense also dominated right from the beginning.
Tony Banks is now the Raven quarterback. 2 minutes to go. Celebrating on the Ravens side of the field. That's Shannon Sharp.
Shannon Sharp knows how to celebrate, both with his body and his mouth, doesn't he? Now, he's a good guy. Very bright guy. Good player.
Priest Holmes gets the carry.
There's the All-Madden ballot. Lewis, Ogden, Sharp. That sounds good. Rookie of the Year, Jamal Lewis.
Sounds good.
And I'll tell you, it is time to round up the turduckens. And we're doing that. I'm having the turducken made. The turducken, that's what we do is we get one of these turkeys or
this
two.
Is for Thanksgiving Day.
Well, we're starting to work on them. See, checking the legs, how many legs, see how many legs. You can't start counting legs, looking legs, big ones, little ones, 4, 5-legged, 6-legged. We're looking for that. I think, see, a lot of them are volunteering right now to be chosen for that. But the turducken is you stuff a chicken in a duck and then stuff that into a turkey. And we got the turducken. The turducken's going to be down there in Dallas.
Like a delightful dish.
Oh, it is. Well,
I
you
know
had
it is,
You-
yeah.
I mean, then you slice it all in the whole thing. I mean, so you get, you know, chicken, duck, and turkey. And then we got the regular turkeys and the whole thing. This is always one of my favorite times in football. I mean, I can see that right now isn't a favorite Dallas Cowboy time. The first time they've been shut out September 15th, 1991. But this is when the games start to become meaningful. A little frost on the pumpkin, good hitting weather, and Thanksgiving and football and turkey, and these Ravens are pretty good.
Yes, they are. And the Goose knows how to celebrate, I guarantee you.
Well, the Goose is going to have a party. He has a tailgate. He was telling me yesterday.
He caters it.
Yeah, he has a catered tailgate out in the parking lot after the game. Brent Dilfer's a new guy.
Another win for him.
I think right now he's found a home here in Baltimore.
Baltimore 27, Dallas nothing. Total domination really by the Ravens. We'll be right back here in Baltimore.